Hey there! Thanks so much for all of your support and excitement for me starting this YouTube channel. I'm really looking forward to seeing where it goes. This video is all about me finishing off my studio space. It'll include building some basic custom furniture and doing some IKEA hacks to make things more suitable for what I need. I'm hoping to make this room super functional, yet still vibey. So this is the room. There's a wardrobe in here that I can't move that's acting as super functional storage for the rest of the house, which leaves me with about half of the room to work with, taking into account that my camera, tripod and things need a bit of space to work around. Let's get into it. To protect our carpet a bit, I purchased 3 rugs. I'm going to stitch them all together to become one. Next for curtains. I grabbed a long bit of scrap timber from the shed, hung them up on them, and chucked it on the hooks that were already there. So now that my base layers were down, it's time to start adding my furniture. Pretty excited about this point. Most of these pieces I'm going to add more functional adaptations to later on in the video, but for now I've got to get them together. Starting with some bits from IKEA, I put together a sideboard unit, a small shelf system, a chair, and an art cart. As for the adaptations, I want to build a set of shelves in front of this wall here for looks and stability. I want to add a back to the small black shelf unit to use as a pegboard. There's a few things I want to do to my desk, like adding wheels, raising it on a support so it's better for a standing height, adding shelves into the legs, and then finding a way to hack the top to the legs itself because they're not made to go together. I also wanted to build a small desk for editing purposes based around a set of drawers that I already had. At this point I had to take a tea break because there was a bee hanging out on my notes. It was there for a little while. I just let it go until it took off. Finally my new friend moved on, so I got back to work. Next I made all the cuts for the random pieces that I needed. I then painted all surfaces, starting by undercoating the whole lot and then choosing selectively which ones to paint what colours. This is where it became really important to keep track of what was what. Back inside, I started by adding the back piece to my shelf unit. Turned out pretty cute. I also grabbed the pieces for the shelf for the wall, fit them all together, and then fixed the shelf into place. Not only is it functional, it'll actually add a little bit of stability in case the house shifts over time. I grabbed my shelves for my desk legs next and screwed them off in place. Next, I added my risers. I'll probably add some shelves to these later once I've got more scrap timber lying around. And last, I added the wheels. Flipping both of my leg units over, I then added the top of my desk to the legs. It looked pretty cool, but it wasn't made to be that way, so to be honest, I'll probably have to redo it later. Moving around the room, I started to make my mood board. I was really excited for this bit, but geez, it took a long time. I didn't have any legs for this or any way of supporting it, so I went down to the back garden and grabbed some stakes. These weren't really going to be visible because they'll be behind a desk, so it didn't matter too much as long as I held it up. I know the screws are too long in this next segment, I just didn't want to spend any more money, so they'll be fine. They're not in a high traffic area and whatever, they're doing their job. I added chipboard pieces to add structure to the whole desk frame. The ply I was using was pretty thin. It worked surprisingly well. So the idea here was that I wanted to give myself a functioning paint reference chart so I can pick out all my colours before going to the store. So I cut out every individual colour from the 2 ranges, wrote the brand, the type, and the colour name on the back, and then added blue tack to the back of every single one. Then came the long process of sorting them out and sticking them to the mood board. I think in the end it turned out pretty sweet and might actually be really useful for me in the future. And with that, my studio is ready for use. Pretty excited to have a space that I can work in. So lastly, I went around the room and added all of my little touches to make the room feel more like me. I got a whole bunch of boxes and crates and baskets and things to organise into, but I'll do that at a future point. The clamps on the desk are also for a future project. I'm pretty excited about that one. You'll get to see what it is later on. Happy overall with the end result. I'm really glad to have a space to work from home in, and it's really good to give this room some more purpose. Now I've just got to get to using the space.